Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views, influences, interest on YouTube. Hey, thank you for joining me today. This is Influencing Today. I already said today, but I'm excited. I have the Falcon and Winter Soldier Captain America. If you watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know what this is representing in the upcoming Captain America movie. Sam is taking over as Captain America, and I love it. It's a great figure. Off the back, this is starting on the stand and everything. Now, I'm a novice to reviewing 1/6 scale figures, so please forgive me if you go through this review and it doesn't touch on things that you want. But I'm gonna review this kind of similar to how I review everything else. I'm gonna go over stuff that I like in the figure. I'll go over articulation. I'm gonna go over the accessories and also the how they work and what you got to do to get this figure to this, or however you want it to be. So I'll go through different iterations of the figure, and I even pose it a little bit, some things, and see what's going on. I'm not great at posing. Check out DS Icons. He the 1/6 scale master. That his poses are great. His figures are great. He has a lot of 1/6 scale. He has much more experience in this game than I do. But I'm gonna go through this and try to review as I do. How he goes on the stand is, I'm sure people that are into 1/6 already know this, but it's like a clamp, and it does have felt in here, so it doesn't mess anything up, or shouldn't mess anything up. And there's also enough gaps in the wings where it can go kind of high, so you can't really see it as much as you would think. You can see it if you're looking at it, but I think it's great. I think it's a great stand. I think it's great the way they have it. So here, Red Wing is on his own stand that is bendable and movable, so you can actually have him where you want it. And I will show how this stand works in a minute. Then when you take Red Wing off, you can also take off the stand if you want it. You can take him off of the stand. And here's Red Wing in detail. Has a lot of nice details. It's pretty light, but nice paint, nice detail going on. So that's great. Then the stand here, you can bend somewhat. You got to be careful because it will fall over, but you can get it. You can bend it like this back somewhat, and you can get a little flying pose like this if you want, even if that's your thing. I think I'm gonna do something like that, something like this, because I'm gonna have him a little higher on a new shelf. So yeah, I'm gonna want to be able to see him like flying from the bottom. It's gonna be pretty great. I do say so myself. But let's get him off the stand. He can also stand up. You see how easy it was? I mean, I don't got him in a pose, but I just made sure his feet was straight and I stood him up. So he can stand up without the stand if you want. And how you put the stand on, you just insert this first onto this thing, and you can screw it to make it tighter so it doesn't move like that. I didn't screw it because I'm not sure where I'm going to have it. And then you put this little clip on top of here, and this gets inserted into the base. It's easy enough. So moving on to other accessories, the one thing I would like to say is be careful. This thing right here, it's clear and it's small. I almost lost it. I couldn't find it. It was actually in the box, and it was, you know, the plastic it comes in is clear, so it was just meshing with the plastic. And this is to hang the shield on his back, which I will show later. These pieces are just off of his back. They actually come on, before the wings are, and I will show that in a second. And as for fists and hands, you get 2 of these. Of course, these are what come on him. He has the one on now because I replaced the other one with this grip hand. This is how you grip the shield, and I will show that. You get 2 of those. You get 2 fists. I'm probably going to replace the other hand with a fist because I like the fist better. And you get 2 of these guys with like the open hand. I don't know if I did that before. So the open hand is a little slightly different than this hand. So you got a wider open hand, and then you get this hand where I assume with this hand you may be able to grab the shield and look like you're throwing it. So we'll see that. And you get 2 extra ball joints for, I believe, the hand, because like if you keep taking hands off and on, I could see these ball joints breaking. So it's good they give you 2 extra. And of course you get the shield. Show you how the shield is actually on his arm. You actually can take, well, you don't have to take this whole thing off, but it is easier if you take the cuff off, put the cuff in here, and put the arm, wrap that around the hand. Wrap the hand around this buckle and then insert it and push it up in there. It's kind of hard. I couldn't get the hand all the way in there, and I didn't want to break it. So when I'm trying to figure out my final configuration, I will, but I know I was going to take this apart, so I just had it kind of resting in there. It stayed on, but as soon as I touched it, it fell off. So with the shield, you see these buckles, they do unbuckle, and you can unbuckle them to kind of get it a little better, but I would be careful because it is plastic and they do buckle back, but they do come out while you're trying to situate this. I kind of wish they were real buckles. It would be a lot easier. But then you have the shield. Shield's nice, nicely painted, nicely textured. So the back of him, I don't think I showed the back. Didn't really do a 360. You see the back, you see the wings. When you get the figure, the back is like this. And this is when you can take, while it's like this, you can take this thing, plug it into this little section right here. Just like that. And then you have this clear hook. You can take these off, and then you can hang his shield back here on this thing. And there you go. You got the shield on the back of him. I left his fist off because I'm going to show you how to do the fist. But then if you don't want that, I'm going to have him holding the shield. So you can just take this off. And then in order to get the wings on, you got to pry the sides off first. Set them aside, then you can pry this off, and there's holes right there. Then you have this thing. That's what this is for. Put this here. It's intuitive because it fits only one way in this space. It's really nice and tight. Put it there, and it'll probably be the last time I take it off and on. Then put this back on top. So now you have 2 ball joints. And you have ball holes. You got 2 ball pegs. That's what I meant. You got 2 ball pegs, and they turn into ball for the ball joints. And that looks like it puts a lot of strain on there. I just saw it just now. So that will be the last time I do that. And yeah. And how you take these hands off is simple. It's just a hole, you just pull them off. So sculpt is really, really nice as far as face sculpt. You see the face sculpt and the eyes. Visors don't come off, so don't try it. They say you might break it. This right here, this detail is great, feels nice. This white I don't want to touch too much because it does look like it might get dirty. You got these arm cuffs that do come off if you were to like them. You know, if you like them off, I don't know why, kind of make the outfit, but you can turn them if they get out of sync or out of whack. All this is cloth, of course. Knee pads are like harder, still cloth, but it's a harder like knee pad actually. You got the shins. The shins do the same thing. They have the guard, the shin guards. Then you can see the details of the boots. If it ever, there we go. Details of his boots. So yeah, let's go through articulation. First I'm gonna go through the figure articulation and then we can do the wings. Now, the suit does impede articulation. He does have a waist articulation, but like I said, it's impeded. He has ab crunch, which you can get. Again, it's a little harder with the soft goods, is that what they call them? But it does work. Arms, again, a lot of his articulation is impeded by the suit, not gonna lie, but you can get it about there. You can get his arms about up like that. You can get this elbow almost all the way up. That's not too bad. And you can stretch it, but I wouldn't want to push it. Hands can go in and out and up and down. They do spin around as well. Legs go about this far. Again, impeded by the clothing like that. I wouldn't push it too much. Knees, he can get a full knee bend, and it's double jointed too, so that's why that doesn't impede it. There's enough room in here, enough slack. He does have some swivel up in here. Feet, he has ankle swivel. He can go down about like that and up about like that. And he has rocker, of course, in and out, because they're all pretty much on ball joints. And head, it's on a ball joint in here, and the neck is on a ball joint, so you can get the neck down like that, and then you can get his head down if you need him to look down, or the opposite, you can get his neck kind of up, and then you can tilt his neck up so he's looking up a little bit. He can't look all the way up. He can spin his head 360. It does come off the ball joint if you do that. But I just wanted to show it. With any Falcon figure, I think the main draw are the wings. So the wings have a lot of articulation. You can move the wings in. It's an articulated joint right here, right here. And it does come out a little bit. That joint, you don't want to do it too much. Here is farther. You can get like almost 90 degrees on this angle right here. And then here, there's a joint that's articulated like this. You actually can almost do, and of course the ball joint right here is articulated where you can get it out, where you can almost do when he covered himself when they were shooting at him. But you can see how much you can articulate these wings. And this right here is like this, so you can get this where you want it. Get it up like that. You can turn it like this, turn it in, and then you can turn this in. You can separate these as much as you want, or get them closer together to fan out. Move this back. I would be careful. They're plastic. They feel a little fragile, but of course they are. I mean, you don't want to be wilding out, but they really have a good range of motion. Along with the ball joint back here. And then you can get it like where it's in line with each other. So it does look like wings. Let me see if I can get a regular wingspan. Wingspan is longer than my table, and I don't have a tape measure, but it's a pretty long wingspan. All in all, at the end of the day, I'm really happy with this purchase. I feel like it's worth it. They give you a good parts count as far as accessories. You get a good it's great looking. Like, this is my first 1/6 figure, Hot Toys 1/6. So slippery slope. DS, I'm looking at you. So yeah, I have some new shirts. If y'all want to check it out, it should be below this video. You know me and my filler words, my but my so so check it out. Is that's where I birthed the shirt from. And I'm going handheld for the last bit. I'm just gonna let you know right now that this is well worth the price tag, and I'm really digging it. It's pretty great. It's pretty great, and definitely a slippery slope for me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have him down like this. Definitely a slippery slope. So I want to say thanks for watching this video if you made it to the end, and I appreciate it. And I'll get up with you in another video.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.